Hi boys and girls, today we are going to start learning about time. We've been focusing on money and now we're going to move on to learning about the clock. First, we're going to start with a digital clock. A digital clock is where we have the hour and the minutes and it's separated by a colon. Like this. This is a colon in between the hours and the minutes. We see digital clocks in many places. On your computer, there's one in the bottom of the screen. You might see one on the oven or a microwave in your home. Sometimes people have their TV set up to show a digital clock. And if you have an Alexa in your home, it might show the time on a digital clock. So whenever we are looking at the time like this on a digital clock, we read the hours first and then the minutes. There are 24 hours in the day. Most of the time, people break this up into two parts, the first 12 hours of the day and the second 12 hours of the day. The first 12 hours of the day are called the AM. AM. Then the second 12 hours of the day are called PM. PM. So, in first grade, we're just going to focus on the 12-hour clock. Looking at those hours and minutes, our hours can go up to 12 and our minutes can go up to 60 because there are 60 minutes in every hour. So every time that our minutes got to 60, we would be in the next hour. So we go from 6:30 and we'd go all the way up to 6:59. And then after 6:59, it would be 7 o'clock. Okay? So this time would be 6:30, hour minute, 6:30. This time is 7 o'clock. Whenever we see 2 zeros, we say o'clock. 7 o'clock. We read this like 12:30. 12:30. We read this like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. We read this like 11:30. 11:30. Again, our hour is first and then our minutes. Now we're going to look at a different kind of clock. This is called an analog clock. A lot of people have watches that are analog clocks. And we also have analog clocks in different places like in schools and at the store. And a lot of people have them to decorate their home because analog clocks can be really pretty. I'm going to show you an analog clock that I keep in my home. See? This is an analog clock. You'll see these in many different places. We are going to learn how to read the analog clock now. The analog clock has two hands. It has the hour hand and the minute hand. The hour hand is short and it only moves once every 60 minutes. It will move to the next number. The minute hand moves just a little bit every minute, and it's the longer hand. So our short hand tells us the hour, the long hand tells us the minute. The long hand that tells us the minute will point to one of these numbers 1 through 12. But we only use these numbers 1 through 12 for our hour hand mostly. For our minute hand, we have to count by 5 as we move around the clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We go by 5 each time because there are 5 dashes from here to here. So that's 5 minutes, then that's 5 more minutes, then 5 more minutes, then 5 more minutes, and so on all the way around the clock. There are 60 minutes total in an hour. So that's why it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's halfway through 30. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 60 minutes in an hour. Once it gets back up to this hour part, the hour hand will move to the next number. Now you are going to complete some different work on the choice board so you can practice learning about time. Watch the next video to hear the choices being read out loud.